Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that was designed to get the client that I was working with into a flow state, a high energy state, where they had just a expectation that they would be able to do the work that they were working on that would generate clients in a way that would be effortless and aligned with who they were. And I think that's important because a lot of people have the belief system that in order to be financially successful or in order to be any kind of successful, the prerequisite is hard work. And that isn't always the case. Sometimes the hard work has taken place in the past. So if you're knowledgeable about a particular sector, for example, then you don't need to learn new things. You just need to make that knowledge accessible to a new audience, in which case the hard work has already been done. So this hypnosis session used a few different things that were aligned with feelings of flow and energy, and also tapping into symbols of elegance and flow, like the hummingbird, for example. Now, what's interesting about the hummingbird is that it's actually expending quite a lot of energy. If you think about how many times the wings of a hummingbird flaps, like in a minute, it's a huge amount. But it looks very graceful, it looks very elegant, it looks effortless, even though there's a lot of work happening. So that was a useful symbol to highlight that even if work needs to be exerted, it doesn't need to be stressful, it doesn't need to be a chore, it can be enjoyable. I think if you are someone that has big goals, big dreams, and you feel that you're sabotaging yourself in some way, then you'll be able to get quite a lot of value out of this particular session because it's designed to activate the resources that are already within you. The ideal way to listen to this session will be to find a quiet place, ideally in a situation or an environment where you're not going to be disturbed, and just relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close, your breathing to slow down, and any feelings of tension to leave your body in your outward breath. Breathing in that resourceful feeling of relaxation and exhaling any feelings of tension or stress. That's right. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to scan your body for any feelings of tension, resistance, worries, or stress. And sometimes the clues to look out for are perhaps a muscle that's tense when it could be relaxed. Maybe a facial expression that isn't needed in a state of calm and relaxation. Perhaps it's a feeling of heaviness or lightness. And I want you to imagine the limbs, your arms and your legs, just feeling like the limbs of a puppet with no strings, completely limp, loose and floppy. As you continue to breathe in and breathe out while activating your diaphragm. And you can do that just by breathing in deeper and then breathing in again. And as you exhale, just allowing all of that breath to leave your body rather than just half. And with those deeper breaths in and out, you're activating that diaphragm, enabling you to drift deeper and deeper, relaxed. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a picturesque mountain. Maybe this is in a mountain range that you know, or maybe somewhere that you've never been before. Maybe the Pyrenees between France and Spain, or maybe the Alps in Switzerland. Perhaps you can imagine those rocky mountains in Tibet, or perhaps glacial mountains in Antarctica. Just allow the power of your imagination to imagine the most beautiful mountain on a sunny day under blue skies. And I want you to imagine you can see that almost like you're a bird flying in the sky, seeing that mountain. But as you touch down on the side of that mountain, imagine you're turning into you, so that you are now on the side of a picturesque mountain under blue skies and fresh, clean air. But I want you to see something slightly strange, unique by the side of this mountain. There's a flat, level part just there, nestled in the side of that mountain. And there you can see the most perfect bed. Comfortable, modern, clean. Perhaps a luxurious bed. Clearly with a comfortable mattress, smooth sheets, comfy pillows, and just imagine that this is for you to completely relax on the side of this mountain. Imagine you're wearing whatever clothing is appropriate to climb into bed, and just imagine that you're lifting the covers over, sliding under the covers, resting your head on that pillow, and with your eyes closed, just feeling what it would feel like to be on a bed under fresh air, feeling the sunshine on your skin, and feeling the fragrant scent of wild flowers around. You could imagine the colors of these wild flowers. Yellow, pink, reds. The vibrancy of these colors all the more distinct under the bright sunshine under that blue skies. So you can smell the smells of these flowers, feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, but also feel the comfort of just relaxing there in a bed, surrounded by nature, under what may be a snow-capped mountain. And notice that you breathe slower and more relaxed. And I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and with each descending number, you will feel deeper and deeper relaxed, allowing any feelings of tension, anxiety, but also anything responsible for self-sabotage to just melt away. 10, just focusing on the tension around your eyes, your eyelids, as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of relaxation. And then as you breathe out, just let go of any of that tension, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. 9, just focusing on the muscles in your forehead, around your temple and the top of your head. Breathing in that fresh air and just exhaling and letting go of that tension. 8, now just focusing on the muscles in your jaw, around your mouth. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your nose and just releasing that tension. Feeling so relaxed there on the side of that mountain. And then 7, allowing that relaxation to spread down into your neck and your shoulders. Just feeling that it's melting away. That 7 turns into 6, and just feel that wonderful feeling of relaxation going down into your arms. Arms feeling limp, loose, heavy. That's it. So relaxed. 6 turns to 5, and as you breathe in, just feel like your internal organs are relaxing. Your heart relaxes, lungs relax, stomach, diaphragm, all relax, just feeling so relaxed inwards and outwards. 5, then going into your gut. 4, just feeling like any tension in your gut, any anxiety in your gut is just being released and melting away. And that relaxation. 3 spreads into your legs all the way down to your toes. Just imagining feeling the weight of those legs on that mattress, and maybe feel the covers on your skin. All tension melting away. That's it. 3, and then 2 going down into your calf muscles all the way down to your toes. And 1, and then 0. And I want you to imagine what it would be like to drift off to sleep there on that bed, nestled in the side of a mountain, surrounded by picturesque nature. That's it. Deeper, deeper asleep. And I want you to imagine in this sleep you're having a dream of a time in your life where you felt that you had the right combination of relaxation, of confidence, and of peaceful, positive expectation. I want you to go back to that moment in your life, feeling how you felt back then, where the vibration was just right, where the energy felt effortless. I want you to get a sense that this is awakening within you again. The nature of neural pathways is once you learn something, you may struggle to access it, but you can't forget it. Even if you haven't cycled for many years, the neural pathways of knowing how to cycle still exist, as does the neural pathways to access this particular emotional state. So feel how you breathe in this state, where nothing feels like it's a big deal, that of course things are going to be successful. There's just an expectation that things will work out fine. Notice how you breathe when you're excited. Notice how you smile when you're confident. And I want you to imagine hovering above you by the side of that mountain is a hummingbird. A brightly colored hummingbird just floating above you. I want you to feel like you're accessing this state of confidence and certainty. But I want you to imagine that your unconscious mind is seeking to map across what makes a hummingbird have that energy. Because certain things are very active, and yet they look peaceful and elegant and calm. A swan on a lake effortlessly glides across the lake, and yet they may be paddling furiously under the surface of the water. A hummingbird may flap its wings several times a second, maybe over 100 times a minute, and yet it looks perfectly effortless. And I want you to tap into that feeling of ease and effortless. Because hard work doesn't feel like hard work if it comes naturally. It's just accessing that resource that you have. So feel how you feel to feel this way of amazing energy. And I want you to imagine that you're holding a quartz crystal of a particular color. Maybe this color is tinged with almost like gold or yellows. Imagine holding this golden healer quartz as your mind is open to powerful ideas about success and life and what is naturally flowing towards you. I want you to get a sense that success flows effortlessly into your life, and you embrace it with open arms. That you trust in your abilities and the resources available to you to create effortless success. That every day you effortlessly attract the right opportunities and resources for your success. And I want you to feel how good it feels when success comes naturally to you, and you effortlessly tap into your strengths to achieve your goals. I want you to finally release that old belief that success has to be hard, and to truly embrace the truth that it can be easy and joyful. Whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I want you to accept that you are guided towards effortless success, and that you trust that process completely. That when you tap into you at your very best, vibrating at that frequency where you know that just like the hummingbird, you can do so much and make it look so easy. And just allow yourself to align your thoughts and actions with success as you effortlessly manifest your desired outcomes. Because your resources and capabilities are more than enough to achieve success easily and gracefully. And you might find that there is assistance in places you don't expect. Feedback from someone you're working with could be guidance. Intuition on what you could have done differently is guidance. finding a resource, a book, a recording could enable you to get more of yourself. Just like a door is impossible to open if it's locked, and easy to open when it's unlocked. I want you to get a sense that you are unlocking any of those locked doors, any of those things that have caused challenge, resistance, or blocks to just feel like they're opening for you. And that every step you take towards your ideal future feels effortless and enjoyable. You enjoy the outcome, but you also enjoy the process. And as you tap into this feeling, perhaps imagining that hummingbird and holding onto that crystal, I want you to imagine yourself in the not too distant future, taking on a project, a challenge, something that at one point felt difficult, but I want you to see yourself taking that same challenge, that same goal, gliding through that, effortlessly achieving success, being willing to learn, but also finding that whatever is required encounters no resistance. I want you to imagine a car with a powerful engine, capable of going very fast and making that look graceful. But that same car would struggle to move forward if the handbrake was on and if the brake pedal was pushed. So whatever brakes are being activated in your life right now, just imagine that the brakes are easing off. There are no more brakes, no more friction, no more resistance, so that you can see yourself achieving the level of success you desire in a way that aligns with your integrity, that creates value for other people, but also see yourself enjoying all of that success that you deserve. Once you see yourself doing that challenging thing in an effortless way, I want you to step into that future version of you and feel how good it feels to be in the same vehicle but with no brakes, to be making progress without friction, like a hummingbird, maybe putting in the effort but doing it gracefully, seamlessly, gliding towards whatever represents success for you. I want you to imagine that whatever represents success in the near future, you're no longer observing it, you're living it, you're experiencing it. You're feeling how you feel to enjoy the journey and the destination. Tap into that wonderful feeling and then grip that crystal even tighter, knowing that at any point in the future, because you're recharging this crystal with this resource state, at any point in the future you could hold the crystal and it works the other way round. You can take the energy from the crystal to access this state whenever you need it. And just like one candle can light another candle without losing any of its original light, the same is true of this crystal. That it can charge your batteries without taking anything from the crystal. This resource state is infinite and abundant. and now accessible and available to you whenever you need it. I want you to get a sense that you're about to wake up from that dream. But sometimes you wake up from a dream just to drift into a new dream. I want you to imagine that you're still on that same bed, feeling your head on that pillow, feeling the warmth of the covers surrounding you, but feeling like you have unlocked those locked doors, that the brakes are no longer applied, that the friction now feels effortless, and that you have activated this wonderful state of feeling resourceful with a confident expectation that things will work out fine. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And if at the point where you hear this, you'd like to wake up, then when I count from 1 to 10, you will awaken. But if, however, you're listening to this just before you want to drift off into a deep sleep, then I will count from 1 to 10, and that will just help you go even deeper into a rejuvenating sleep where the following morning you will wake up refreshed, optimistic, and aligned with this resource state. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.